Let's see if we can calculate the standard deviation given a set of data. As we have said in a previous video, the first thing we're going to need if we're calculating the standard deviation is the mean of the data. In this particular example, we have the prices of a jar of peanut butter at 5 different stores. So we would add up those 5 prices, divide by 5, and come up with the mean, which in this case is going to be $3.68. Now, here is our formula again for standard deviation. It's the square root of the sum of the data items minus the mean, each one squared, divided by n minus 1. Let's take that in bits. All right, so I made a table that will help me organize this and make it a little bit easier maybe, or at least methodical to do. So we have a data value column. So each one of my data values, we're going to list those out, each of my prices. Then the deviation, we're going to take the data value minus the mean, that 368. So I take each of those data points minus 368 and calculate the answer. Then my last column is take that deviation and square it. So now I have each of those values squared. So that's calculating the inside parentheses here and then squaring each one individually. That weird little symbol in front of those parentheses is called sigma, which means we need to add up each of those. And when I do that, I get 0.2733. Okay, so I took the difference between each data item and the mean and squared the value, then added up all those. So now to calculate the standard deviation, we're going to take the square root of that 0.2733 divided by the 5 minus 1. 5 is the n, which is just the number of data points we have, and then I get 0.2614. So on a basic calculator, how would I do this? I would first put in my 0.2733, then divide by, well, 5 minus 1 I can do in my head, so I'm just going to divide by 4, get an answer, and then I'm going to hit the square root button, and it tells me my answer that I got here, and you can see that I rounded to the nearest 4 decimals. If you have any questions, let me know.